What's going on, guys? Jake from SVGtapes today. I got a cool video. It's a little short video on the Volkswagen, on the GTI. Just some brakes, just something simple to show you guys. I know a lot of people like the exhaust video we did. We don't do a whole lot with the car just because it's, you know, it's my daily. It's nothing crazy, but we're just gonna show you how to do brakes today on it. So it should be pretty quick. I'll show you the tools, a couple tricks I do just on any brake job that I do. So yeah, let's just hop into it. All right, so tools. You're gonna need some sort of impact gun to get your wheels off. With a 17 mil half inch, I use a deep just because of my wheels, and a torque wrench when you're done. Next thing for your bracket bolts, 13 mil, I'd use 3/8. Again, you can use electric if you have it. If not, just use your regular ratchets. For your bracket bolts, I used the long 3/8 ratchet with a 24 mil socket, or a, excuse me, not 24, 21 mil. So you need a 21 mil. And then for your little screw in your rotor, you're gonna need a little Torx. This is a number 27. Again, you don't have to use electric. You can use anything really on that. You just wanna be careful. And then any sort of pliers for in case those were, you saw those caliper bolts slipping. And then some sort of piston depress tool. So something like that. Just put that there. And then in case your rotors are stuck, you need some sort of hammer. So we'll put a list for you guys just so you have it in case you need it. But yeah, this is pretty much what you need to do brakes. Nothing crazy. Got it on the lift now.
Yeah.
I know some people at home have just jack and jack stands. Same thing, just a little easier being on a lift. So. Alright, so first thing, these are bolts. I'm sure anyone that owns this knows. I hope so. Never taken your own wheels off, but they're 17 mil, and you need like a slim wall. Not a slim wall, but just something that fits in here, because these wheels are very tiny, very narrow. Like your stock wheels you shouldn't have a problem with, but like these things are suck. 17 on a half inch. Now I have a trick for doing this. As I take off all but one. And then I take one hand, I stick it in the wheel and hold on to it. And try to get that out. And then if you're strong enough, use one hand. If not, don't let it fall on you. These are the original brakes on this car. I bought this car in 2016. It is 2022. Look at these rotors. This shit should go in a museum. All right, so to start real quick, you're gonna look at your caliper bolts. I think these are just a normal bolt. Now, if you're at home and you have regular ratchets, I would recommend getting a pretty big ratchet, like a long 3/8 ratchet. Now, what I can do with this thing is just run it. Now you saw that started spinning. So we'll do it the manual way. Just go pair it. Yeah. Pretty easy. So yeah, that was a 13 mil. They also have a star. If you're wondering, I don't use them. It's pointless.
I mean, yeah.
It's gonna screw you up. So.
Pun intended or pun not intended?
That one's spinning too. Get your caliper off. Make sure nothing's leaking. Hang that like that for now. Make sure it's sturdy, doesn't want to fall on you. All right, now again, let's look at these pads if they want to come out. Oh, look who just showed up just in time. Look at these things.
My piston ring sold.
You know what's crazy about this? Volkswagen pads are, oh, there's one. They are so notorious for cracking, and even cracking really early. Whew. So if you're at home and you get these stuck, just grab a little screwdriver or something. Pry that sucker out of there. Again, hardly any cracking whatsoever.
Yeah,
that's
surprising. They're pretty old.
And that's actually got more life on it.
Yeah. See boys?
Yeah. Alright, so next step, since I'm replacing rotors as well, check your slide pins, make sure they're good. If you want to go as far as actually like cleaning these and re-greasing them, you definitely can. Oh, that's all you got to do. I mean, they got plenty of grease on them. I don't see the point really. But yeah, so I use like a Sil Glide or something like that. That usually does the trick. Shut back on. So next, check our caliper, our bracket bolts. Probably some weird number. A 21. Wow. Okay.
21.
They are gonna be tight. Just get yourself a good angle here and just fuck it. Dude, yeah. Woo. Yep, and then there's your bracket. Bolt down. Say give that sucker a good clean. You got like brake clean or anything laying around. Get a rag. Stuff's not really coming off too well. That's okay. Not too worried about it. Alright, now you got that off. The next fun part is this guy. They suck. You're gonna grab some rust penetrant for that guy because it's definitely not gonna want to come out. Oh,
Nice.
wow. Alright, next thing. That thing's pretty glued on there.
Get the big guns.
Come on.
Get the big guns.
This is probably gonna be loud.
Yep.
Now, if you were smart, not like me, you would have put a lug nut back on it so that it doesn't come flying off. So yeah, again, not that bad. I have seen way worse on much newer cars or just low mileage cars. So I just went with OEM stuff again. Again, this is my daily, so I don't really have a point in putting all that crazy stuff on it. I don't want those noisy brake pads or anything stupid like that. This coating on here, it'll make a hell of a noise when you first start using it. I actually spray all this down with brake clean and wipe it. It like comes off. It feels weird, but that's just a protective to keep it from rusting.
Yeah.
This is just stuff I use. This caliper grease, you can get this really anywhere. I would definitely use this stuff. All of this is mating material. So anything that like two metals contact, just put some grease on it so that either yourself or the next person that does your brakes or does the brakes on this car isn't going to have a hard time. Because we're good people. Technicians. Tech 101. You want to get crazy, you can get some like white lithium grease and put on that guy so that it doesn't get stuck again. Okay, hey, got your rotor on there. Yeah, right. Woo! Easy part from here, you're just going back together. Caliper bracket line back up. I'll just run these back in. So then put it back on your ratchet. We're gonna crank these suckers back tight. And like I said, I'm using a long 3/8. If you're using a 1/2 inch around this size, I probably wouldn't crank on it too hard. They don't need to be. Now this is funny. So look at this brand new pad. Look at how much pad's on it.
Wow.
I'd imagine because of this slot here, when you look at your old one, see how there's the piston mark in it? Makes sense, it's like a groove. If you're looking for an indication, that's what it is, because these just have normal, there's just nothing there really. These just have like bare metal in here. Some of them have another metal retainer. Just give it a little bit on the end. Nothing, don't go crazy. So again, in the future, you won't have problems if it gets stuck. These are your squealers. When your pads get low, this will start making a squealing noise, and you'll know that they're getting low. I'd imagine they go in. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. All right, next tool we will need. Now you can do this multiple ways. Again, I invest in tools, so I have an actual piston depressor. I've seen people take big channel locks, big pliers, anything you can get in between here and there to push that piston back in. So I just get it on the edge there and just squeeze that sucker back in. If this piston does not move at all, you got a seized piston. You're gonna have to put a caliper on. And then once you get that, again, what I do, put grease on the piston, just around the ring, because this surface contacts your pads and it's not always having the pressure applied. And what it can do is it'll shift, and what we call the brake pad shifting. So it'll make noise because the metal is contacting itself. Let's see if we can get this sucker back on. Oh yeah, she slid right on.
Like a glove.
Oh yeah. Just line these guys back up.
Yo, DJ. Oh, that's my DJ.
Go DJ, that's my DJ.
Now, you don't have to go crazy tight on these. Don't go cranking on them with your ratchet or anything stupid. Just simple. When they're tight, they're tight. And I forgot to put that back in there. Oh yeah, nope. We're good. Okay. That's pretty much all you're gonna do when you're doing your actual brakes. Just like I said, there's always little tips and tricks in there, like the grease stuff I was saying. It's pretty helpful. We'll take a break from this for a second. We're gonna do the other side and do an oil change a while, and then when we put it back down, I'll show you something important to do. Any car you do on a brake job, I'll show you something important. So we'll be right back. Actually, take your socket and one of the lug nuts, so you can actually pull it out. And I use it by hand. And again, if you got to do this two-handed, that's fine. But just get yourself up here. Pay attention to where your holes are. We got like one right there. There we go. And then I do all these by hand to start, just because it's so much easier. As long as you can get one in there, kind of hold yourself in place. I torque all these with a torque wrench. Doesn't matter what car it is, I always do it. Yeah, now you got your wheel back on. Yeah.
All right, guys, if you're liking the content, make sure to hit that like button. Yep.
Subscribe as always, comment what you think. We try to make a lot of different videos, so if you guys are looking for something specific, maybe a how-to on this car, that's 2000, speed, let us know. Or if it's just simple stuff, we'll show you how to do that too. If you need us to do anything on your car and you're a local, hit us up, we can help you out.
Hey, so what does the Pink Panther say when he steps on an ant?
What's he say?
Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant.
Oh my. Something I do, and like I said, this isn't specific to any car. Anytime you do a brake job on a car and you press those pistons back in, as soon as you get that car down on the floor again, go right in the car. I don't care if you're doing an oil change or whatever you're doing, so just so you don't forget. And start mashing that brake pedal. Just start pumping it. One pump, it was hard as a rock again. That's all you want to do. If you don't do that and you go in reverse and start moving, your brakes may not work. Again, I always torque my wheels. I don't care what kind of car it is. Most cars I torqued about 90. The S2000 or anything with high power probably should torque the rear wheels a little more. But like I said, my gun sometimes will do this for me. Alright guys, thanks for watching today's video. We hope you liked it. Something a little basic, a little easy, but you know, everybody's got to learn somewhere. So again, we appreciate everything. Please like, subscribe, comment what you thought. If you guys want to see something else, just let us know. And if you ever need help with something on your own car, don't be afraid to hit us up. So, appreciate your time. We'll catch you next Wednesday.
Don't forget to hit up our Instagram at 7 Valleys Garage for daily content.
Follow all the boys.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Now, maybe some POV clips for you.
Yo.
Try to give you guys a little POV. And I also have a little tool chest in the back right now, so you're probably gonna hear that.